Composition of population India 2011. India with 1.22 billion people is the second most populous country in the world. China is however on the top with over 1.35 billion people. 1 out of 6 people on the planet Earth live in India. Although the crown of the world's most populous country is on China's head for decades. India is all set to take the number 1 position by 2030. With the population growth rate at 1.58%, India is predicted to have more than 1.53 billion people by the end of 2030. The topic has been divided into 5 modules. The Indian population 2011, age and gender composition, marital status, rural-urban composition of Indian population, some salient features of Indian population in census 2011. The Indian population 2011. The Indian census is the most credible source of information on demography, economic activity, literacy and education, housing and household amenities, urbanization, fertility and mortality. Census 2011 covered 35 states or union territories, 640 districts, 5,924 sub-districts, 7,935 towns and 6,40,867 villages. In Census 2001, the corresponding figures were 593 districts, 5,463 sub-districts, 5,161 towns and 6,38,588 villages. According to the Census 2011, the Indian population accounts for 17.5% of the world's population. It comprises of 51.54% males and 48.46% females and has increased by about 181.46 million during the last decade. The growth rate of population for India in the last decade was 17.64%. The growth rate of population in rural and urban areas was 12.18% and 31.80% respectively. Bihar exhibited the highest decadal growth rate in rural population. Uttar Pradesh, with a population of 199.6 million, is the highest contributor to the Indian population. Indian population is estimated to reach 1.3 billion by 2020 despite the decline in the population growth rate and slowdown of birth rate. More than 50% of India's current population is below the age of 25 years and over 65% below the age of 35. About 72% of the population lives in some 6,38,000 villages and the rest 27.8% in about 5,480 towns and urban agglomerations. The birth rate is 22.22 births per thousand population, while death rate is 6.4 deaths per thousand population. Fertility rate is 2.72 children born per woman and infant mortality rate is 30.15 deaths per thousand live births. India has the largest illiterate population in the world. The literacy rate of India as per 2001 population census is 65.38% with male literacy rate at 75.96% and female at 54.28%. Kerala has the highest literacy rate at 90.86%. Mizoram is on the second position and Lakshadweep is on the third. Age and gender composition. The data on population by age and sex is vital for demographers and health administrators for planning and evaluation of various developmental and health programs. The classification of rural or urban, sex and marital status by age unveils the characteristics of population composition and provides disaggregated data. Being one of the most important demographic characteristics, data on age is collected and updated in both half-yearly surveys of SRS for all the members of the household covered in the sample units. Age composition by residence and broad age groups 0 to 14, 15 to 59 and 60 plus for the year 2011 at the national level is as follows. The age group 0 to 14 is further subcategorized into the age groups 0 to 4, 5 to 9 and 10 to 14. It is observed that for most of the age groups, male-female differences in the age distribution of population are negligible, except in the combined age group of 0 to 14, 15 to 59, 60 plus and 65 plus. In the age group 0 to 14, male population is about 1% more than female, whereas in the age group 60 plus as also 65 plus, percentage of female is 0.7% more than male. The proportion of young children in the age group 0 to 4 and also the proportion of population in the age group 0 to 14 are higher in rural areas than in urban areas, both for male and female. A higher proportion of male and female in the working age group 15 to 59 live in urban areas as compared to rural areas. At the national level, 8.2% population in urban areas constitutes below 5 years of age as against 10.3% for rural areas. Sex differences in the share of child population are negligible both in rural and urban areas. The share of male child population is about 1% higher in rural area of Kerala. Among the bigger states, the percentage of child population in rural areas varies from 7.5 in Kerala to 13.5 in Bihar. In urban areas, such variation is from 5.7 in Jammu and Kashmir to 10.2 in Bihar. In India, 30.9% of rural population in the year 2011 was below 15 years of age against 25.5% for urban areas. Percentage of population below 15 years of age in rural areas vary from 23.3 in Kerala to 37.9 in Bihar. In urban areas, it varies from 20.2 in Jammu and Kashmir and West Bengal to 31.7 in Bihar. The age group 15 to 59 contributes 61.0% in rural areas and 66.6% population in urban areas. In rural areas, the percentage varies from 55.2 in Bihar to 65.6 in Andhra Pradesh. In urban areas, the same varies from 61.1 in Bihar to 70.0% in Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Percentage of aged population is 8. Composition of 60 plus aged female population is higher in all of the bigger states except Assam, Bihar, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and Jharkhand. In rural areas, population in the age group 60 plus constitutes 8.1% of the total population and variation in aged population ranges from 5.4% in Delhi to 12.6% in Kerala. The urban proportion of aged population in most of the states is lower than the corresponding rural share except for Assam, Bihar, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Rajasthan and West Bengal. Marital status. Besides age, The other important demographic characteristic collected and subsequently updated during each half-yearly survey of the SRS is the marital status. Distribution of the population by marital status is thus available from SRS. During 2012, 47.8% of the population at the national level is reported as never married. Married population constitutes 47.0% of the total population, whereas widowed or divorced or separated constitutes 5.2%. The proportion of widowed or divorced or separated female population is higher than males at the national level as well as in the bigger states. The gap is significantly wide in respect of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. Andhra Pradesh recorded the highest percentage of married population, whereas the lowest was recorded for Uttar Pradesh. Married females recorded a higher percentage as compared to males at the national level and similarly for all the bigger states. Persons below 10 years of age in the SRS are being treated as unmarried. Marital distribution of population would be more meaningful if such percentages are worked out for persons of age 10 years and above. At the national level, the percent share of married population is 58. Among the bigger states, Jammu and Kashmir recorded the lowest percentage of married population, whereas the highest percentage was recorded for Andhra Pradesh. 60% of females are married. The proportion of married female is higher in rural areas than that of urban areas in majority of the bigger states. However, the trend in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Gujarat, Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Kerala, Punjab and Tamil Nadu is otherwise. Percentage of never married female age 10 plus in the bigger states varies from 23.1 in Andhra Pradesh to 40.9 in Jammu and Kashmir. The percentage of female in the category widowed or divorced or separated varies from 6.2 in Bihar to 14.8 in Tamil Nadu. In addition to the marital status of male and female, information on the number of females who got effectively married during the reference period of 6 months of each half-yearly survey is also being collected in the SRS from 1990. Based on the information on the number of females who got effectively married during the last 1 year, mean age at effective marriage for female has been worked out. The percentage of females who got effectively married before reaching 18 years of age is 3.7 at the national level and varies from 0.3 in Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir to 7.8 in West Bengal. Percentage of female marrying at 21 years and above is 52.2 at the national level and varies from 35.5 in Chhattisgarh to 85.3 in Jammu and Kashmir. About half of the rural females at the national level marry between 18 and 20 years of age compared to about 1/3 in urban areas. At the national level, the mean age at effective marriage for female in the year 2011 is 21.2 years and varies from 20.7 years in rural areas to 22.7 years in urban areas. Among the bigger states, the mean age varies from 20.2 years in Chhattisgarh to 24.1 years in Jammu and Kashmir. Rural-urban composition of Indian population. For the first time since independence, the absolute increase in population in 2011 has been more in urban areas than in rural areas. In India, the rural population accounts for 69% and the urban population for 31%. The level of urbanization has increased from 27.81% in 2001 census to 31.16% in 2011 census. The proportion of rural population has also declined from 72.19% to 68.84%. Puducherry, a union territory with a population of 1.24 million, shows a reverse of the proportions. 69% urban and 31% rural. Himachal Pradesh, Bihar and Assam are perhaps the states with the largest shares of rural population than the others. Most major states of the Indian Union also have higher proportions of rural populations than urban populations. Among the Union territories and smaller states, National Capital City of New Delhi accounts for 97.5% of urban population, followed closely by Chandigarh. Lakshadweep has urban population accounting for 78.1%, Daman and Diu 75.16%, Mizoram 51.5% and Dadra and Nagar Haveli 46.62%. Goa as a smaller state accounts for 62.17% as urban. Among the major states of the Indian Union, the urban population composition accounts for 48.45% in Tamil Nadu, 47.72% in Kerala, 45.23% in Maharashtra and 42.58% in Gujarat. Some salient features of Indian population in census 2011. The slowing down of the overall growth rate of population is due to the sharp decline in the growth rate in rural areas, while the growth rate in urban areas remains almost the same. There are 8 empowered action group states, namely Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Rajasthan. Though the growth rate of population in rural areas of EAG states is nearly 3 times that in rural areas in non-EAG states, it is for the first time that significant fall of growth rate is seen in the rural areas of EAG states. Visibility of women has increased both in rural and urban areas. The sex ratio in the country has risen from 933 in 2001 to 940 in 2011. For rural areas in the country as a whole, there has been an increase by only 1 point from 946 in 2001 to 947 in 2011. In urban areas, however, there has been an appreciable gain of 26 points from 900 in 2001 to 926 in 2011. In 10 states and union territories, the urban sex ratios are higher than the rural sex ratios. The development of a country depends upon both quality and quantity of human resources. The quality of human resource depends upon the population composition. They are rural, urban, sex, age, linguistic, religious, scheduled castes, scheduled tribe, literate, non-illiterate composition. India is unique country in terms of language and religion. Here all the major religions of the world are found. There are major languages and hundreds of dialects are found in this country. India is a land of great social diversity. It is the home of people belonging to different racial stock, languages and religions. Thank you.